was a very natural thing to come up with. We wanted to really make things happen for ourselves this year, and that's why before the year ends, we wanted to do a launch of our partnership as producers, but more importantly as singers.
Yes, and it also started with our core love for Broadway music. Broadway musicals, and love to proudly, one day to go to Broadway.
Yeah, that is the goal.
That is really the dream. But what made you decide? Because now, we're closer to the holidays, and usually, diba, when it's a collaboration of a female singer and a male singer, usually it's like a Valentine's concert. Why did you decide to do it at Christmas time, holiday season?
Well, it was just also a very timely thing for us to be able to create this repertoire already early on, like for next year also.
For a bigger thing next year.
Yeah. So sneak peek, abangan, merong bigger thing.
We did say Valentine, so we're cooking
Valentine
up
is
something.
always there.
So this is like a primer
Yes,
for that.
So we wanted to launch in Teatrino, and we have made plans already for next year. And so this is just the beginning, really.
So the Greatest Duets goes Broadway. It could be the Greatest Duets goes something else, right?
Go somewhere else.
Yes.
And literally somewhere else also.
So what do you hope to achieve with this partnership? Is it to showcase something? What else do you want to achieve with this?
Well, definitely it's to be able to come up first with a new sound for the both of us together. Because individually we have different sounds, and we're
known for different things.
Known for different things. Lara does another type of show, I do another type of show, but together, this is our sound together. And also, we also aim to achieve also new stuff, like not just new sound, but new music together, which we've also been doing.
So are you writing?
Yes.
Oh.
I think together we have written so many songs already, and not just for ourselves, for other people. That is actually part of our work as songwriters. And
Mas marami actually nasulat para sa iba kaysa sa para sa amin. So
Yes.
this is something also that is for gawa naman tayo para sa atin naman.
And this production company, which we call GL Productions, obviously you know what it stands for. Good luck. Gian and Lara. Wala lang naisip talaga eh. But we really wanted to start with a concert, and we wanted to start with ourselves, but eventually, Mika, we want to produce concerts for other people as well. So we'll try it out first with us.
Yeah, and also maybe it's also, let's just see it as something, we see it also as something as a growing artist, like wanting to be a better, well-rounded artist, knowing the business. That's why we also wanted to become producers of our own stuff, our own music, and our own brand, so that we also know how to navigate where we want to, what trend we want to set for ourselves or for the industry, and also what kind of branding we want.
Yeah.
And instead of other people branding us, we navigate that for ourselves.
Kami na ang bumubuo ng branding namin on our own.
You've mentioned producing and producers. It's in your name, GL Productions. What have been the challenges that you've encountered as producers or even as collaborators on this first thing that you're working on?
Actually, the first challenge really is to have both roles as the producer and the artist. So you're thinking of the program, the repertoire of the concert, but you're also thinking of the other things in the background, which are really a lot of important things, like the team,
The
business behind it, and learning the business really is what we're trying to grasp until now. And it's a learning experience.
Yeah, I guess there's no other way to do it but really just to start it
And now.
already. And wag na mag-intay pa.
Oh, strike while the iron is hot.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this is also another way of us saying that instead of waiting for work, we should make work. and
Happen.
make it work. Make work happen, and really just keep part of creating also. Yeah, and there's a lot of challenges with that. There's a lot of give and take, and there are also some days that are rainy. There's some days that are sunny. So it's part of our learning
But
together
it is
also.
a true test of relationship also as partners na producers. Parang
Yeah.
we know because we're going through this, we're a good team. That's what we feel.
Just like any good duet, kailangan may bigayan siya. Yeah.
So wow, words of wisdom from this duo. Before I open the questions to our friends from the media here, as producers, how do you want our friends from the media to kind of like package this and sell it to their readers and their viewers? How would you want to package the whole thing?
We really, our goal is to package it as two artists, two individuals collaborating in one concert to bring out a very spectacular show, and not just one show but many shows in the future.
Yes, and also two singers who really complement each other and bring out the best in each other. And it's also something that hopefully when they watch the show, they watch a number, they have a favorite number, they want this number for their event, or they want this number for their special occasion, or for their personal celebration.
Yeah, to give you a teaser of also the concert, we have some things like a Disney medley. That says a lot. The greatest duets of Disney. Right?
Yes, and at the same time, it's also something that is backed up by probably what they've seen of us over the years.
Yes.
So they know that maybe that I've been doing these types of shows and productions, and Lara's been doing these types of shows and putting it together. We have this repertoire.
Basically, it's a combination of classical and then musical theater, and then a marriage of those two
Yes.
things.
Perfect description. So right now, let's open the floor to questions. If you do have a question, just please raise your hand. I will walk over and give you the microphone. Just let us know which media outfit you're from and ask away. Who wants to go first? Okay, I will go all the way over here.
Hi, Gian. Hi, Lara.
Hello.
John Buena from Kumakaw.com. I'm a blogger.
Hi, John.
Sacrificial lamb. I'm here to ask the first question. But I've seen your interviews on TV,
Yes.
particularly with the relationship that you have and how it came about. Knowing that quirky kind of meeting, and of course being in the same management company also, will you be telling a story all throughout that particular show, and how do you plan to execute it? Because of course having different musicals in Broadway means you're going to have a diverse amount of songs that you're going to be singing,
Yes.
and they kind of not connect in one way or another. But how are you going to put that together?
Okay, this is very exciting. We got our draft script 2 weeks ago, and it's just so nice that we got to tell a story about, even from our childhood, why we chose music as artists to pursue. And that show, we will be showcasing our stories individually, and then towards the end, there's like you said,
Showing our hopes and dreams.
hopes and dreams, and why hopefully by the end of the show, it will just make sense to you why we're together.
And also why we picked the Broadway repertoire.
Yeah, and it being very diverse showcases the versatility of our ability as singers.
Yeah.
And and like you said, actually this is a nice term. We don't want it to be chop suey. And a little bit of everything, but
Yeah, and just a trivia. The reason why also it was like we chose that theme first Broadway is because when our first idea was really like the greatest duets of all time.
Yeah, that was the
And,
first.
that would be
Not
like-
even Broadway.
Not even just Broadway, but most of the songs that we picked were from Broadway. And at the same time, we were like, well, it started as we wanted to see more duets. It's like who would do duets? And like when we would search the internet or like
We asked people online.
ask people online and like
Grabe.
pare-pareho na lang yung duet na nakikita
Talk about
namin.
diversity. They want dirty dancing. They want
Yeah, and
this
then
and that.
yeah, and then the duets that we wanted, parang wala pa kumakanta noon, parang gano'n. So
Oo.
sabi namin,
Okay,
Tayo
let's
na
narrow
ba?
it down. Narrow it down. Let's narrow it down.
Let's narrow it
Let's
down.
do Broadway first, which is the closest to our hearts.
yeah.
Which is how we grew up listening to these Broadway original cast albums. Let's do that first. And lahat ng mga requests ng ibang tao na from the movies, maybe let's do another The Greatest Duets goes to the movies. You know?
Yeah.
So this is just the first of many planned concerts.
And at the same time, Broadway songs, to be fair also, it's not an easy feat to sing Broadway songs in our standards. I think that's how I feel about it, because every time we sing a Broadway song, I was telling Lara, it's like parang siya exam eh.
Masterclass.
Masterclass na, oh my, hindi siya pwedeng basta lang i-karaoke. Kailangan itong pinaghahandaan, parang gano'n. So I was telling her, let's challenge ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves with what types of Broadway or what types of duets do we want to sing. And we want that to be challenged also. So let's pick these songs, and the songs that just so happen to that we pick just so happen to be on Broadway, like Broadway repertoire.
Yeah. So it's from the classic Broadway to the new musicals now.
Yes.
Do you remember the first song that you kind of sang together?
Yes, actually, we were just telling MJ a while ago that because they were asking us how did this come together, this partnership, and then
The first song was
"I'll Be There" by Michael, the Jackson 5,
yeah.
because we were paired by our national artist for music, Ryan Kayabyab, in a gig where we had to sing a
this
duet
song, yeah.
of "I'll Be There." And then that was 2020. That was during COVID, as in the peak of COVID. And then we needed to meet, like
We need to record the
song first, and then meet at the very grabe protocols nun. With my mask, but we just had to take off our mask when we were performing on TV. And then we sang that, and then we realized we sound good together. Like, parang it was so easy to work with this person, so easy to sing with this person, and then it continued from then on.
At that time, were you already friends? or something?
Friends, just
Yeah, we were friends.
We were friends, acquaintances.
colleagues, but we weren't really particularly close. But I was already a fan of the LARA MAIGUE brand. Yeah, and I told her, sabi ko, Lara, pwede ba tayo mag-duet? Pwede ba magsulat ng kanta para sa'yo? Or something like that.
he asked to take my pictures. Yeah.
Can I take your picture?
But I was like,
Kasi I was in the photography, so baka kailangan mo ng portraits.
yeah. He asked me if he could take my picture, we could write a song together, if we could sing together, and I would always delay it because I just didn't see the point. Because it's like, why?
In short, hindi siya impressed nun eh.
but eventually, when we were paired for work,
May I ask her, what was your first impression of it?
when I was younger, I watched him in Rent. He was Roger in Rent, and I was already in a girl group then under Sony Music.
We were both under
Sony. I didn't know him as a friend, but I have watched him already there, and I knew him as Philippine Idol's GIAN MAGDANGAL, but I never got the chance to really work with this person, and but thanks to the pandemic, I mean, that's so hard to say, but we really got close because of working together.
But before the pandemic, I think Lara forgot. The first time I really got to see her perform was when we sang for a gig in Cebu. And then they told me, oh, you're going to sing with the soprano. And I go, what? What do you mean you're going to sing with the soprano? It was the prayer. And it was in Cebu for the son of Yossi Tanco, right?
No.
What was it the
It
prayer?
was in Manila House.
Manila House. Alright, sorry. Okay.
Sorry.
So that's the first time I became a fan. That was my Sherry Lama story.
But I just thought that there's this guy who always asked me if we could do this, and I'm like, no.
Alright, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Okay.
Thanks, John.
We do have another question.
Andrea.
Hi, good
Hello.
afternoon. Hi, nice to see you together.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Anyway, so when did it exactly happen that you got together romantically?
So during the COVID 2021, we had a streaming platform kasi that we had Kumu. We had to perform online and have our own shows. So I would guest in his show online, he would guest in my show online.
But not live. Yes.
Not live.
Not
But
live, yeah.
after that, we do a video call and like, how are you?
Hey, how are you? How was the song? Thank you for singing in my stream.
Yeah, and then eventually,
Mika was also part of Kumu.
coffee was the answer.
Coffee was the answer. I'm selling coffee. Maybe I can.
I can
deliver
drop by.
coffee to your
I
house.
can deliver
It's
it to your
essential
house.
goods.
Serious?
Yes, I'm not even kidding. And then,
Then we had coffee. Yeah,
Yeah,
we had coffee.
in a
and
very-
it started somewhere there.
So what year was this? 2021?
Yeah, 2021.
Yes.
Oh, alright.
Oh, 2021.
but yeah, 2020 was the first time we sang together.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Mr. C.
Yes.
What was the show online?
It
it
was
was the birthday
the
of
birthday of
MVP.
Manny Pangilinan.
Yeah.
And it was a fundraising show for PLDT.
Yes.
So it was streamed live, but we were all in a venue where social distancing and then only take off your mask when you're
Very
singing.
strict.
Very
Very
strict.
strict.
So it was really hard to get to know a person like that.
So your show at Teatrino is your first full-length show together?
Yes.
Oh, alright.
That we put together
On our own, no, but it is our first full length show.
first of all.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Because you've been performing like in duets like, di ba, since 2020. Was that the
Yes.
first or the one in Manila House?
No, the Manila House wasn't.
was
It
pre-pandemic.
was pre-pandemic.
Also, that
But
was the
it
first.
was forgettable. It was forgettable because he was so nervous, and I was like, "This is the Italian way of singing it."
Yeah.
The prayer.
Sorry.
You learned it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
This is the very first time that we're singing full length with a band and all of that. Because we had this, we got booked for Balisin and then we sang for a 45-minute set, all minus ones that we had to prepare in 20 minutes.
When
So
was
that was last year. No, wait.
Last year.
This
that? Early this year?
early this
Early
year.
this
And
year.
then when we performed that first time, full length, 45 minutes,
What was the occasion at that time?
it was just like a guest artist for Balisin.
there's a concert,
A concert
for
of-
the
for the club members, and see John Hoven booked us for that. And then I said, Lara, we're gonna sing 45 minutes together, duets and solos.
So we came up with a show.
So we came up with a
20
show
minutes.
with what minus ones we had.
So,
And it ended up to be a very happy, fun, and successful show.
So that's
for the
when
members.
we realized
We should do a show.
we should do a show together.
Yeah. But
And-
this particular show that we're doing now, there are no solos. They're all duets.
Duets.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
So because we particularly wanted to
all Broadway.
all
Yeah,
Broadway
duets.
duets.
Nice.
But also one of the challenges was we didn't want that umay factor.
Yes.
Like, do it na naman, do it.
So how will you break that?
So it's going to be a very interesting way of putting it in a show wherein there are medleys. Kunyari, like let's say a Les Miserables medley. There are a few solos, but you kind of notice, oh, it's a duet pala. I mean, it's seamless. But and I hope we're
Yeah.
We're
There's
really
one
trying to
song-
avoid that umay factor.
There's one song that's technically not a Broadway song, just one song because it's from a movie. So mga ganun lang, pero isa lang yun eh. For example, diba? But they're really all Broadway songs.
Who's your MD?
Our MD is Jesper Mercado. He is my schoolmate at the UP College of Music. He's a wonderful, very talented classical pianist. But he is also, he's even playing for Hamilton in Manila now. So we chose him because he knows classical and he knows Broadway and he can do pop. Very diverse, and we have a very young team. A very young director, a young musical director.
Who's your director?
Our director is
Stephen
Stephen
Viñas.
Viñas.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, he was our choreographer in Ang Huling Endipo. And he's also...
He's the husband of Rina Hayabia.
Yes.
Alright. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very
Nice
much.
hearing all those facts.
Wonderful.
He was there also in Carousel. He's the choreographer of Carousel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your carousel win.
Thank you
Oh,
so
yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Jean, Lara, we do have a phone-in question.
Wow.
Yeah, and the question is, what roles have you done? But the more interesting question is actually, what roles do you want to do together? Because that's a lot, right? I mean, you talked about how hard it was to narrow down your favorite duets.
Yes.
So maybe you can give us top 3 answers.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Unlike Gian, my musical theater roles are very few, but if I had to pick 3 dream roles, it would be number 1, Christine and Phantom of the Opera, of course, very obvious choice. Number 2 is Maria in West Side Story, and number 3 would be Tim in The King and I. These are all classic Broadway. So, because this is a very friendly range for my voice, a soprano and as an ingenue in a musical. How about you? What are your top 3?
Well, I can just think off right my head the Phantom of the Opera.
Oh yeah, he wants to be
I really want
Phantom.
to do that role talaga. And one of my dream roles also is if I'm of that age or if I have that range or if I'm capable to do that, skillful to do that, or if I have that look, Jean Valjean in Les
Les
Miserables.
Miserables.
And for the third one, well, I've always dreamt of doing, of course, Chris in Miss Saigon, but,
Yes,
I
but-
don't know if I can be
Yeah,
cast
how-
for that or
I mean,
John
it-
in Miss Saigon, because those were the songs that I grew up singing, first time learning Broadway songs, right? Like,
Yes.
syempre Miss Saigon, kasi yun yung mga kanta na,
But the question is now. But now it can be possible, but at the same time, Chris is really an American GI.
Yeah.
And he's Miss Saigon. So you are 1/4 American. So
yeah,
maybe.
so hopefully, maybe, if the engineer can be a girl, then
I mean,
maybe
Hamilton made it possible.
Chris can be 1/4 American.
Alexander Hamilton now is Hispanic.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
of course,
I
now
mean,
after
now
watching Hamilton, we were the MJ, we watched Hamilton. I'd love to audition for that role and prepare for something like that. I'm up for that kind of challenge. Hindi gusto ko yun, pinapahirapan ko yung sarili ko.
We would definitely love to see you in more roles and at the same time more duets and GL production collaborations.